Hello guys, and welcome to your week 7 online lab optional video on reaction energy. As you can see on the screen, I have the Gizmo reaction energy pulled up already. It'll open to the screen that you see where it's on the reaction tab, and this is going to be the first part that you do within our online lab. Now you're going to have to choose reactions based on your controls over here. You have 4 reactions to choose from. You're going to pick a reaction and stick with it. You'll notice below that there's a forward and reverse option where it simply just does the opposite of whatever the forward reaction is. So if you have a synthesis reaction like you see on the screen, if you hit reverse, it turns into a decomposition reaction. So it just does the opposite. You have a key where it tells you what items are what. So you'll see water, H2O, is the red sphere with the 2 white ones attached. So if you look over on this screen, there's quite a bit of water molecules. You have hydrogen and oxygen that look like this, and we don't have any of those in this example. Now, when you go through and run this, you're just going to make sure you have the reaction picked that you want, and make sure you have forward or reverse selected. And then you're going to hit this play button here, and it's going to run through the reaction. Once that reaction is done, if it takes place, it'll pop up down here where it'll either say that the reaction is complete or that there's no reaction. And that's going to be where this is considered done and you would take a screenshot. So make sure for part 1 you do both forward and reverse of whatever reaction you pick. Once you have that done, you're going to go to Investigation tab right here, and that opens up into this screen. You'll notice on the left, that's going to be where the actual simulation takes place. Towards the bottom left, it'll tell you energy absorbed or released. You have the reaction forward and reverse options like on the previous screen. You still have the key, and you still have your instructions. When you do this piece, you have to make sure you're using the same reaction. Please remember that siblings or friends should have different reactions that they choose from. To start this, you're going to click on whatever molecule you're using and drag it up into this box. It's going to automatically realign, and then the instructions say, okay, press break bond to pull the atoms apart. So I hit that button, that breaks apart. Next, the instructions say remove the free atom and press break bond to continue pulling the molecule apart. So I'm going to remove this free atom that was just broken off, and then you'll see that realigned. And then it says press break bond again. And that broke the bond of that molecule, and now it's saying remove atoms and place new molecule into clause. So if you go through and you follow those instructions, it'll carry you through breaking all the bonds and then what to do next. Once you're done breaking all the bonds, it'll tell you to pull all the atoms out, and once you do that, it'll go to a screen that looks like this. You'll see that you have molecule templates, so you have hydrogen here, oxygen here, and the instructions say drag atoms into the templates to create product molecules. So let's say we want to do oxygen. I'm going to drag my oxygen atoms up into these little match pieces, and then once I get them there, it says click create bond to join atoms. So I click on this button, that'll create a bond. In the instructions it says click create bond to create a second bond. And you'll notice that if you can't create a bond, it'll gray out kind of like this break bond does. So if I click create bond again, you'll notice that now it's grayed out. I can't click it. Then it says remove the completed molecule from the template. And you have to kind of really move. There we go. It'll tell you what you need to do as long as you follow these instructions down here. And then once you get done, make sure you take your screenshots, and you have to do this for both the forward and the reverse reaction. There is one reaction that you can choose from that's rather large. It's this one. Please do not be overwhelmed with this. You're just going to be breaking one of the molecules up. It's not going to have you do all 4 of these or all of these. Just do one of that and get the energy. If you scroll down, you'll notice there's assessment questions. This is for that extra credit piece. You can go through and answer these questions. Once you have them answered, hit your answers. Now, there is one hint I can give you, and that's when you're looking at scenarios like this, where you have that 2 coefficient in front of your equation. And you'll notice that I do have my bond enthalpy down here for hydrochloric acid, or HCl, and that's 431. But when you do these, you have to consider that we have two of them. So we couldn't just use this 431. We'd have to actually multiply it by 2. So make sure you pay attention to that, and then you can include that for extra credit if you want. If you get stuck or you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, use this information to answer the questions on the bottom of the lab, and when you're done with that, you can submit it. Otherwise, good luck, and let me know if you need